Hello, gathered friends, I'm Nuva, and welcome to BIONICLE Deep Dive, where we analyze the tropes, characters, and lore of LEGO Bionicle. One of the many remaining ambiguities of Bionicle is exactly how much elemental power the Turaga have. We were never given really much of anything slightly more than Matoran, but nowhere near as much as Toa. However, I think I've come up with a theory for their power level, based on the known powers of both Toa and Matoran. Let's dive right into it. When Toa give up their Toa power after they fulfill their destiny, it's a very real sacrifice, because they lose a lot. In many ways, they basically turn back into Matoran, only with a few perks, such as the ability to use noble masks due to their mental discipline. But aside from their weakened mask powers, Turaga are never definitively shown in story to have powers beyond that of a Matoran. Sure, they're a few inches taller and slightly stronger, but they could easily be confused for a taller than average Matoran. Their time as heroes is done. They now have to transition to a new role as community leaders and mentors, no longer fighting the battles, but using the wisdom they gained as heroes to help their people. In some of the dialogues with Greg Varsty, he indicated that Turaga may have the ability to conjure up very small amounts of their elements, maybe like 5% of what a Toa could do. One quote has him saying that if Liwa can make whirlwinds, Turaga Matau could make a stiff breeze. Not enough to be combat effective, but still something. So this is what's considered canon. But beyond this, I also have a theory of something that the Turaga would be capable of that does seem to have support, and is also very thematically consistent with the role of Turaga. I came up with this by essentially comparing the known powers of Toa and Matoran and seeing what may be left over for Turaga. First, we can consider Toa to have the full set of powers, and Matoran and Turaga only having a bit from this set. Toa possess complete control over their element, and can create, manipulate, and absorb it at will, powers Turaga have never been shown demonstrating. We know that Matoran powers manifest indirectly as slight adaptations that let them survive in environments where their element is prominent, such as Ga-Matoran being able to hold their breath longer, Le-Matoran having heightened agility, and Ta-Matoran having high heat tolerance. Both Toa and Turaga share these adaptations. However, Toa also possess another elemental power that Matoran do not, and that Turaga might, which is their deep, almost spiritual connection to their element. Toa have on many occasions been shown able to sense disturbances and changes within their element, and whether or not it's present or in its natural state. This is something distinct from their control over their element, and it would make sense that for a Turaga to possess it as a leftover power from their time as Toa. As much like their ability to use noble masks, it's more of a mental power than a physical one. There have even been slight hints in canon, as Turaga definitely seem to retain a spiritual connection to and deep understanding of their element. In times when they gave the Toamata advice about their elements, they seem to almost have a connection to it, even though their power over it is gone, fitting their new role as mentors and sages. Examples include Onawa describing his intimate knowledge of rock, Vakama's sacred fire, Whenua having the ability to sense hollow-out portions of caves, and Nokama seeing into the water when she made her decision to make Hali Gakoro's Koli champion. Many of these instances involve communing with their element, almost as a form of meditation, to gain clarity of thought and even minor divinations of the future. So, in conclusion, my theory is that Matoran have adaptations to their element, Turaga have adaptations and connections, and Toa have adaptation, connection, and control. If you like this video, be sure to check out the one where I talk about just how powerful Toa really are, and go over all the powers and abilities Toa are shown to have in canon. Link to that in the description and on screen. What do you guys think? Do you like the idea of Turaga retaining a connection to their element they once wielded, or do you have other ideas about their powers and abilities? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care, my gathered friends.